If you are in no contact right now with an ex, I know it is the most excruciating experience. Doesn't matter if they're avoidant or secure or anxious or whatever. It sucks. You are waking up every single day seeing that they haven't reached out to you and you're losing your mind. It takes everything in your power not to pick up the phone and text them. You're probably going into WhatsApp and seeing when they were last online. And every time you saw that they were online only 5 minutes ago or online at the same time as you, takes everything in your power to not reach out to that person. And it is just so hard. And you're probably maybe looking at their Instagram stories too. And in this video, I want to explain why it's so important for the avoidant attachment style, more than any other attachment style, to not look at their Instagram stories. That is part of the no contact too. So if you're brand new here, my name is Wando. Welcome to my channel, Confessions of an Avoidant. Pretty self-explanatory channel name. So yeah, the reason that I wanted to make this video is because I've been emailing with people who are going through breakups and they're in no contact and they're explaining to me their relationship dynamic and what they're doing during the no contact phase. And with a few people, they've been explaining how they're looking at Instagram stories. And I told them, like, that's essentially a type of contact, looking at someone's stories. So in order to explain why this is so important with avoidant attachment style specifically, let's establish the ground rules of no contact. No contact means from the last moment that you had contact with this person, you must have no contact with your ex. Even if it was technically after the breakup. No texting, no calling, no messaging them on Facebook, no emailing, no looking at Instagram stories, don't be following them. Why is it so important to not look at the Instagram stories of an avoidant person? Why does that count as contact, essentially? The whole point of no contact, if there's a possibility that an ex comes back, is they need space and distance to miss the relationship and hold up the relationship, their old life, to their new life without the relationship and be able to go, okay, I've been living this life without the relationship, but I'm missing the relationship. We'll really need time for those negative associations to the relationship to kind of wither away. And more of the positive feelings around the relationship to come back and start to outweigh those negative associations around the breakup. And if the relationship can truly be salvaged, those positive feelings are going to come back the more an avoidant person misses the relationship. And an avoidant person will miss the relationship the more that the relationship is completely out of their lives. I'm talking, again, no emails, no calls, no texts, no Facebook messages, no Facebook comments, no Facebook likes, no Instagram likes, no watching Instagram stories. Watching an Instagram story, liking a post, those might not seem like a big deal, but here's why behaviors like that are. Avoidant people, we come from emotionally neglectful backgrounds. We are so used to having caregivers who emotionally breadcrumb. Why can't I say that word? We are so used to having caregivers who emotionally breadcrumbed us with attention, communication, quality time. And so because we're so used to being breadcrumbed in this way, and we even breadcrumb ourselves throughout our lives in terms of acknowledging our true feelings and being honest about how we really feel and what we really think and stuff like that, we can often become people who are very familiar with and fine with very small amounts of connection and intimacy and attention without really putting ourselves out and really fighting for more and really being comfortable with more intimacy, with more connection, with more attention. And you know what is a very, very small little breadcrumb of attention that you can give to someone immediately in this day and age? Social media attention. A like on a Instagram post, a like on a TikTok. Is it called a like on a TikTok? I still haven't signed up for TikTok. A like or a care emoji or whatever on a Facebook post. Viewing an Instagram story. Viewing an Instagram story is a small bit of connection with another human being. If you're watching someone else's story, it's going to tell the person who uploaded the story of like, oh, this person is watching my life. They are staying connected with my life. They are still caring about me. So even though we're broken up, I still feel connected to this person because they keep trying to essentially connect with my life, stay connected with my life and what I'm up to through my Instagram stories. Looking at the Instagram stories is essentially still keeping something that was part of the relationship in their life. So essentially, this person is not gone. Like, we're broken up, but they're still around, essentially. So because we're so familiar with neglect, it's so normal for us to get a small dopamine hit of intimacy, attention, validation, and that almost be enough for us. Those might be small, insignificant things to maybe another attachment style, but for an avoidant person, a little fleeting moment of someone noticing you on Instagram or watching an Instagram story, that can be all we need sometimes to feel like, okay, I got some attention today from this person without having to do the work of going out and having a conversation around that little breadcrumb. And for an avoidant person, someone just looking at your Instagram stories and showing you that they're still kind of like sitting around just thinking about you all day, especially if like they uploaded Instagram story at like 7:05 and by 7:07 you already watched the story and you have a habit of doing that. To the avoidant person, they're going to notice things like that too. Not just avoidant people, anyone would notice this stuff. Come on. Girls, we always notice this stuff when we upload an Instagram story and there's a boy or two or three or five or 10. And they literally are watching the story like within a minute of us uploading it. Am I right or am I right? But okay, back to the avoidance of it all. An avoidant person is going to notice things like that. And they're going to be like, wow, this person, my ex, is just like, they are glued to the TV show that is my life on Instagram stories. And for a lot of avoidant people, again, we need time to kind of miss the relationship. We need more time for all of the positive associations of the relationship to come back. We need time to really feel like, oh shit, the relationship is gone. It's over. This person isn't just sitting around waiting for me. Like, we need the relationship TV show to be over and to actually have to grieve that. And if you are just looking at someone's Instagram stories all day, every day, especially the second they upload it, you're not going to feel gone to an avoidant person. The avoidant person isn't truly living life without you because you keep watching their Instagram stories and they're just going to feel like, you know, you're essentially addicted to needing to watch them and get your fix of them. And for the avoidant person who's so used to being emotionally breadcrumbed by their caregiver, these fleeting moments of attention just being like this normal thing for us that we don't really need to like fight for more attention. Like, someone looking at your Instagram story is enough to kind of fill up your like your gas tank of like energy and validation when you get those small bits of attention. And so that's why it's so important to stop looking at an avoidant person's Instagram stories, because they're not truly going to experience you truly being gone, the relationship truly being over. And this really goes for all attachment styles and all no contact, but because it can take longer for avoidance to come back, we really need to like have the rug pulled out from under us if the relationship was salvageable and if it's worth getting back into. If you are still confused whether or not you're dating an avoidant, I do have an Are You Dating an Avoidant quiz. I've linked to it in the description, so be sure to check that out. And I think I've said everything that I need to say. So let me know if you have any other video suggestions. I always get suggestions from you guys. All of the videos that I've been making lately are what's been suggested to me for the most part. So feel free to leave a suggestion. And I'll see you guys in the next video.